Hey, I'm Fan. I just watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, and welcome to the FanRant.
Here we go! Cowabunga!
So this is the second movie by Michael Bay tackling the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. In my opinion, the first movie was not good. It was just not great. But I will say this movie actually surprised me. But before we get into it, let me go over the plot. The Shredder's back, and he's got some help from the outside world. I won't say who to avoid spoilers, but let's just say it's a familiar face. In order to bring his super evil plan to fruition, he needs to collect 3 pieces of some sort of doomsday device, and it's up to the Turtles to stop him. Now, as the movie goes on, some characters that are actually from the original TV series actually make an appearance, so this movie actually caters a lot to the original fans of the TV series. Which honestly is great. The original was fantastic, it was weird, and we loved it. Even though it was built for mostly toy sales, this shows that Michael Bay actually kind of cares. But let me talk about the biggest problem in this film, is Michael Bay is written all over it. You got the girls in the school uniforms, you got the really nice looking cars, you've got the big explosions, you've got the ridiculously awful childish poop jokes and stuff like that. It just takes away from the entire movie. The Turtles are kids, they're teenagers obviously, and some of the humor is mostly attuned to that, but you can definitely say, yeah, this is a Michael Bay film through and through. And as much as I say this is a Michael Bay film, it wasn't even directed by the guy. It was directed by Dave Green, but it was produced by Michael Bay, so it's just got his hands all over the project. Some good things I do want to mention about the movie is the Turtles' old kind of vehicles and technology comes into play, and it's really fun to see how that kind of translates into real life. And they did actually get the Turtles pretty down. They did change some Turtles, Donatello is super skinny. He's really skinny in this movie. But they did make him sort of a badass. That's the good thing I like about him. I can look past the skinniness because they made him into such a badass. And how the Turtles interact with each other, it feels real. They feel like brothers now. Instead of just consistently bickering, they are actually talking to each other like they're a family. And Rocksteady and Bebop, they're really good too. I'm so glad they brought him into this film. And although Casey Jones is there, he doesn't do a lot, but he's still there, and that just it's nice. But the things I just don't like about this movie is the Foot Clan. The Foot Clan are a group of badass ninjas, and one scene, they're ripping through the cops. They're just tearing through them. 2 guys maybe. And then in the next scene, a guy with a hockey stick kind of kicks their butts. These guys are trained ninjas, and their inconsistencies of skill just bother me. I can't stand it. Oh, and also Megan Fox's April O'Neil. As much as I want to enjoy her acting and whatnot, she's literally just there to be a sex symbol, and I don't want to say that, but that's how they're portraying her. If you're a Turtles fan, I think you'd enjoy it. If you're not, I think you'll like it, but all the little fanfare stuff isn't gonna save it for you. Basically, this movie can be summed up in a metaphor of the first scene of the movie. They get into this really cool garbage truck. There's awesome arcade machines. It pulls out these mechanical arms to nunchuck and throw swords, and it shoots these manhole covers, and there's all this really cool tech on the inside. But in the end, it's still a garbage truck. That's what this movie is. It's cool, it's fun, but it's still a garbage truck. So for my final score, I give Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows a 5 out of 10. I'm just waiting for a TMNT crossover with Transformers at this point. Literally, the movies are almost similar in style and aesthetic. It's just, Michael Bay, what are you doing?
And you're I'm a little piggy.